Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is March 22nd, 2022, and today I thought I would put out another version or another part of the Ukrainian series on stamps because something came in the mail last week, and I was hoping it was going to be part of last week's video, but it arrived later, so it's going to be part of this week's video. So I've got that to talk about. I've got to talk about some mail that's been returned, so I'm going to show you that. And I'm going to show you a few postcards that my wife's aunt bought for me when she was out traveling. So we've got all those things going on. And the main focus, of course, is going to be on what I've got from Postage in the Ukraine. Why I'm doing this is because my father, first of all, doesn't have any stamps from the Ukraine. So I thought, what's going on in the world today? What a better way than to try to start to collect a few stamps that are Ukrainian, and then I'll present the book out to him. Now, I haven't had a whole lot of success in finding used or new Ukrainian stamps here, and so that's why I put up the request to you guys to see if there was any way that you can find Ukrainian stamps where you are, and send them here, and then I'll showcase them, put them in an album, and give it to my father after. So that's the goal. So before I get into what I got this week, I want to show you the postcards that were found for me. Just because they're not about Ukraine, but I did want to show you the postcards. I thought it'd be an interesting part of the video. So first of all, she found this one. It's the coat of arms for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So I thought that was very interesting for those of you who are interested in the RCMP. Here's the coat of arms. So we got two postcards like that. Facts about lobsters. I have had this card before, so it has been sent out, so it's not in my collection anymore. So I'll have a new one to send to someone. I just recently sent this one out, the map of Atlantic Canada, or the Maritime Provinces rather, and some of the things you might see if you're traveling around. For those of you who like lighthouses, I've had this card too before, New Brunswick postcard with a lighthouse, but always very popular, sending that out. Now these ones are new. These are prepaid ones that you can buy at the post office, at the corporate post offices. So there's a beautiful beachfront in Prince Edward Island. And then if you're going between New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island, you can take the Confederation Bridge. So there we have that. And if you're ever in Heartland, this is the world's longest covered bridge. Keep with the bridge themed. How about a cute little raccoon? Or Anna Green Gables' house on Prince Edward Island. I know there's some people that are interested in Anna Green Gables, so that's a great one to have. I really appreciate that one. Hopefully I can get some more of Anna Green Gables. And finally, the last one is this one. I think this is extra cool. It's not necessarily a postcard, but we're going to turn it into a postcard. It's got hard paper, but there are no lines and things on the back for it. It is just a really cool picture. The moon, the crows, a little artistic, so it could work for someone who's into art, maybe into Edgar Allan Poe, into crows, birds, nighttime, a whole bunch of different themes it can work for. So thank you, Wendy, for those. The next I want to show you is I sent out a couple letters and they came back. So return to sender. Both of these letters were destined for Russia, and because we have a temporary suspension in mail services, what they've said is that they're not shipping them now, but when the mail resumes, I can put these back in the mailbox, and postage has already been paid. See, this one here, you can see has been canceled already, but they're gonna accept it. I'll be able to put it back in the mail and they will ship it. I don't have to put any extra postage on it. This one here, they canceled it as well here. So yeah, so all I have to do is peel this sticker off, which is easily done, and then put it back in the mailbox, and then they'll head off. But who knows when mail will resume to Russia from Canada. So for right now, I just have to put these aside and hope that the conflict ends soon and we can resume sending to our friends around the world. All right, in the meantime, I did get this last week, and I meant to get it. I want to show you these ones. got the old stamps from the United States on it. At first, when I saw it, I had no idea who it was coming from. And yeah, it says Orlando. I wasn't expecting anything from Florida. I didn't have any swaps with anyone down there, so I was very curious. But when I opened it up, I realized what it was. It's a first day cover. The first day cover that I ordered. And what it is, it's from the Ukraine. So I found it on eBay. And I thought this would be perfect for the video. This is a stamp that they put out came out in 1992, but it is the 1991. The dates are on it there. This is to celebrate the first settlers that came to Canada. So last week's video, I showed you this first day cover that Canada put out, and the 4 stamps that are for when the Ukraine settlements. There's the emblem for the Ukraine on there. You see 1891 to 1991. Well, this is the Ukrainian first day cover for the exact same thing. So that's why I was hoping to have them at the same time for the same video to show them. But instead, we're going to focus on the Ukrainian stamp and the first day cover. This is the back of the first day cover. Actually, I think it goes like this. But that's what you have on the back. I'm trying to get it to focus as best I possibly can, so you can see all the details in there. Like I said, this one came out in 1992 because that's when their postal system really got up and underway. They received independence, perestroika, I think is what you call it, from the Soviet Union in August of 1991. But it wasn't until 1992 that their postal system was up and running fully under their own country as the Ukraine. And this is one of the stamps that came out that year. So that was something I wanted to showcase, and I was glad it came quickly from eBay. I wasn't sure where it was coming from, so I wasn't sure how quickly it was going to get here, but it did come relatively soon. So now I'm going to wait and see what else shows up in the mail. I don't have anything that I've particularly ordered, so there's nothing that I know is coming, but I have heard from some of you guys that you've looked in your local stamp shops or local collectible areas and may have found something, and they're coming this way. So I'm very excited to see what you're sending, and hopefully it's something that we can put in a book and give to my father, and hopefully it also will raise some awareness of the Ukraine. I always like to have different facts and things. We had a few here on the postal system, and I'm going to actually insert a picture here and show you what the symbol that showed up on their mailboxes for their postal system, because I thought it was quite cool. So I'll put that up there for you. And yeah, they've had some changes. The symbols have changed a little bit here and there between 1992 and 2022, I guess. I know they did have a change in about 2014 and changed the logo a little bit. So they're just like Canada Post, we've updated and modernized our logos over time. They've done the same thing with theirs. But this is what you may see in that picture I just showed you on their mailboxes. So that's all I've got for today. We've got some return mail. We've got some new mail that came in. We have Ukrainian first day covers and the Canadian first day cover. And we had a few postcards that were found for me. So that's great. And who knows, maybe one of those postcards will end up in your mailbox. Till then, stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?